Going on, man? This is Ice Enigma.
Yeah, and this is T Enigma, and this is Enigmas Unchained. Timeless, all these great stories and epics. I'm like, yeah, but talk to a new kid about Naruto. They ain't interested. You talking about Yu Yu Hakusho? Oh, they interested. You talking about Dragon Ball? They interested. You talking about Boku no? They interested. One Piece, they interested. Naruto, they laugh. Because every step of the way, they found a way to make it about Naruto's pain. You know, it was. And it got so convoluted that by the end we didn't have a villain. They had to make up one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're like I know in my heart of hearts that dude didn't have an ending for the story. He was like, well, I'm just gonna keep writing. It was like, but bro, who's the villain? Well, Madara's a villain. Madara's dead. Well, we can use Orochimaru to bring him back. Why didn't you just use Pain?
Pain was probably the best in-game villain of the series.
Yes.
Naruto had.
Yes.
The best in-game villain.
Yes.
Like
hands down.
Madara, like nothing against Madara. Madara was, he was a badass.
Oh yeah, he was a G, man.
Right. But in the end, he wasn't really a villain per se. Because if you actually like watch his story, his was due to pain. Yes. And his ideals was just to bring about world peace. It was an unorthodox way of going about it, of course.
Yeah.
But his end goal was to bring about true peace,
which rivaled what the Shinobi Wars in Aristo was actually about. It was about, or supposedly, it was about bringing peace. But we all know now that Shinobi War is all about power. So Pain is like, what if I just took all this power away from y'all? Then you will know pain. You know, and people are like, well, why is he so obsessed with people being in pain? Because he realized something when he was younger. When you're in pain, you're at a crossroads. And you have to make hard decisions when you're at a crossroad. It's like you're gonna go left, you're gonna go right. You can't walk in the middle no more. You gotta figure out which way you gotta go. And he was like, I'm gonna make you know pain first, and then we'll talk afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, he had 6. Look, I think about that joint, and I was like, y'all really messed this up. How in the world y'all gonna make him into a frail version of himself when we see him? That was to me, it was the stupidest idea. I'm like, you done took these 6 pains, and I would have had him do some old crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'd have had him steal some Harry Potter stuff, yo. I'd have had a part of him in each one. You got to kill us all simultaneously to beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd have been dope. You know what I'm saying? Because then Naruto would have had to learn new abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Pain could have been ravaging countries while they try to figure this out. Like, and that would have made that moment. Sasuke would have been like, okay, I got to put my stuff to the side. Like literally, like, oh, okay, hold up, this sucker's dangerous. Yeah. So let me put that stuff to the side real quick. Let's figure this out. And he could have still figured out a Renegan fighting Pain.
Yeah.
Naruto could have still gotten Sage mode.
Yeah.
He could have, all this stuff could have still, and you would have had a villain that people connected with instead of like a throwaway villain in the end. What's the chick name? See, it's so doggone forgettable. You know what I'm saying? You had the Sage of 6 Paths. It's his mom.
Started with a K. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was like Sage
I just call her a rabbit goddess.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It was stupid, man. That's
God, that pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
When she came into the picture. Mm-hmm. So when the whole tricking Madara came in and was the Zetsu, he was like to me, I've been playing you this whole time. Mm-hmm. The whole time I've been using you so that I can bring back the rabbit goddess. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. She comes into the picture. This is supposed to be like the villain of all villains here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So first of all, she ain't no villain because once again, She just came from a heartbreak.
Yep.
That's why she's the way she is.
Yep.
Because she's basically an alien who got her heart broken by a human and realized that humans are all the same, which they basically were.
Yep.
And so she was like, humanity is done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not really a villain thing. So like I said, she was just coming from a broken heart, basically. But then what made it even worse, like you hype this chick up to be the end game, like the end game villain.
Yeah. For
her to be done in one episode.
One. It was bad. Man, I was like, there's no other way to really cut it. The construction of that final villain to me ruined that show. Because when they were dealing with that, I don't think that they really considered stuff that they were going to be doing for Naruto, like mid-series. I think the homeboys just gave, we got Naruto, we didn't kill Jiraiya. And it's like, okay. I mean, like them killing Jiraiya should have been a mega event.
Yeah.
And it turned into a trinket in the show. You know what I'm saying? Like little people, but it was so hurtful. I'm like, yeah, but Naruto grieved Naruto grieved like Luke Skywalker grieved his uncle and his uncle Owen. It was like, oh man, he's gone. Next scene, and I was like, that's disrespectful to me. I was expecting, because like Jiraiya was basically Naruto's dad. Yes. Yep.
I was expecting a Ace and Luffy type of thing.
Yeah.
Like
facts.
When Ace died, Luffy was devastated.
Yeah.
Like
2 years.
Right. This man basically was like done with life.
Yeah. He gave up.
Yeah. Like Luffy was done.
You know what? Talk about an immersive moment.
Yeah.
When Ace died and that dude arms, I cried. I'm not even gonna say in front of you, bro. I mean, I'm 36. I'm 36 years old and I had tears rolling down my cheeks. I was like,
that hurt.
When he just screamed in utter agony and he was stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the face.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was like, Luffy? Like literally you like Luffy?
Yeah.
Like you like is he okay? And he was not okay. I was like, yo, what the world just happened? Like that, the level of brutality in that moment. And he's like, oh, Oda ain't capable of that. Oh, Oda can go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when he go there though, you better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but when Luffy saw Ace die, and Ace was like just pretty much blessing him. You know what I'm saying? Like the last words he had was, "You will be what you want to be." You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could have been alive. He's like, I wish I could have been alive to see. I'm like,
reach that dream.
I'm like, all right, look, man. I said, look, I'm sitting rocking the chair. I'm like, Ace, you better not die. So I turn around this dude. Look, you die, I kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you better not die, god dang it. Don't you die on me.
What else sold that moment with me was Garp.
Oh, bro. Oh, my God. I mean, see, man. I forgot about Garp, bro. Yes.
Garp sold.
Man. Yo, look, Garp was like, I don't even care if I'm in the military right now. I don't care that I'm an admiral. I'm about to wax this dude today.
Came up behind him, pin him to the ground. Then I'm never going to forget these words. He's like, that's right. You better hold me.
You better hold me down.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill him. My bad. And it's like this dude. It's like he has a Logia type.
Logia type. Yeah.
He's a Logia type. So it's like he has a Logia type where he changes into lava. God, I don't care. Right. I don't care. I got hands.
Right. You ain't even certified.
You know what I'm saying? Homeboy was like, my hands got centuries of experience. Right. I got hands today. Let's go. And I was like, yo, that moment. I can't even match a moment in the entirety of Naruto to that one moment.
Nope. They haven't had one.
I don't got nothing. Boku no has hit me with 2 moments already that's almost to the caliber of that moment? Where you like, when you think about Boku, you're like, oh, yeah, like you already talked about the overhaul fight.
I would say the closest one I've had to that moment in Boku no was Lemillion.
Oh man.
When he fought Overhaul, in spite of losing his powers, that got me a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, that joint, boy, I was like, look, man. Look, Lemillion's in a GOAT status right now, bro. It's like Lemillion. I mean, it makes you think that, like, you know, he was the original candidate for the one for all, and you see why.
And it proved it. It proved why.
It proves you why. Like, why this dude was a perfect candidate. He had an ability. He had a literally an impossible ability.
Right, because like I even said, because me and Bobby was talking about this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steels. So
Steels forever.
We was on talking, and I told him, I'm like, Lemillion proved, like you were saying earlier, it ain't about heroes.
It ain't about heroes.
Lemillion, he pretty much said without saying it, my powers don't make me a hero.
That's right. That's right. He's like, so he was like, it's all about commitment and dedication. Like, this whole story is about like conviction. And they ain't been the only characters I can think of in the whole story of Boku no that has conviction. Lemillion, Deku, Tomaru. Even All Might don't got conviction. That's what don't make him a good hero. Because he just had catchphrases that he threw at people while he was messing everything up. Yeah. You know, and I know people, oh, you deconstructing, like, and I'm just being real about the situation. He said this about himself. This is the whole point. The whole point is that what they have publicized to be the hero ain't the hero. That's what they've been trying to. He's trying to teach you this lesson right now. When the main hero of the world is telling you this stuff don't work. The way I did it does not work.
Right.
Yeah, I had this power. Yeah, I had fame and toys, and he was Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I had all the toys and eat your vitamins and say your prayers, you know, like, and all the big smile. You know what I'm saying? I had all these things, but what happened to the world? The world got worse.
Yeah.
It actually got worse because of All Might.
Yeah.
And it was because he was the first divide between great heroes and trash heroes. Because Endeavor would have never been that if there was no All Might.
Right.
He would have never been that way. If he had not encountered the All Might, he would have not gone Vegeta. That's what we call that. He would have not gone Vegeta with his kid. But they just took a spin when he did it to his kids instead of himself.
Right.
Well, I can't beat him, but my kids can. I just need to figure out who I need to be splitting this bed with though. Okay. Oh, this chick got ice powers. Okay. My power destroys my body because I don't have a way to cool it off. So what if I found a female that has the ice ability and we can get a half and half going? If we can get a kid that can do ice and fire, that boy will be unstoppable, right? Yeah. So, and he was processing that, had the first kid, which is the villain in the show, one of the villains in the show, and he burned himself up because his fire was too hot. Then they had a second child. She only had ice. Then another child, he had fire. Then they finally got to Todoroki, and homeboy had both. Yeah, so he was like, this the one. Yep. Finally. You know what I'm saying? Like, finally, this boy can do ice and fire, and he won't get exhausted using fire or ice because he can cool his body off and he can warm his body up. Yeah. It literally is one of the perfect abilities in the story. Yeah, so, you know, but
powers that can balance each other out.
But once again, we wouldn't have got that. We wouldn't have got that family disruption. We wouldn't have got that villain out that family if it wasn't for All Might.
Yep.
If it wasn't for All Might and his way of dealing with like Endeavor, where Endeavor was 2, but he didn't treat him like he was number 2. You know what I'm saying? Like and like, you know, like just he always doing stuff on his own. Didn't want people to help him. You know what I'm saying? Push Nighthawk. I mean, what's his boy name? He trained Lemillion.
Oh, he's talking about the Hawk. Oh, Night Eye.
Night Eye. Yeah, like he pushed Night Eye away. And Night Eye was like, you gonna die.
Yeah.
You need to listen to me, All Might. You gonna die. And homeboy was like, you don't tell me what to do. I'm All Might. You know, for the most part. And Night Eye was like, I can't. I'm not gonna stand beside you and watch you do this to yourself.
Right.
And he left. You know, so there's a lot of implications on why the hero joint don't work in that story. And I'm like if you deal with that just from that level, and you give me multiple moments that happen in the story, like when Deku was fighting Stain, when All Might was fighting All for One. Lord have mercy. Because like this is the All Might that's figured out that he ain't the answer. That's what made that fight powerful. Is because he's saying he wants to give up. He's like, I ain't the answer. I'm the one who caused all this foolishness. All for One's like, sucker, this is all your fault, baby.
Well, I mean, it's even crazy because All Might even said it. He was like, I can't do this anymore.
I can't do it.
The problem is I can't stop.
I can't stop it now because now I'm the symbol of peace.
Right.
Which was the problem. He's not supposed to be the symbol of peace. So now he's like, I have to do this because this is where I put myself. And All for One knows that. He knew that. And he was like, sucker, this is the perfect storm. They gonna get to watch you lose all your power, losing all their hope. And I got Tomaru ready to take my spot to snatch all the hope away.
Yeah, so basically it was like, I lost, but I still won.
He won twice.
Yeah.
He won twice because he lost that fight, but he won the moment that the people saw All Might frail for the first time. Because they were like, is that All Might? I love the chatter that they had around the TV. And they was like, that's All Might? He was like, that can't be All Might. Like, who is that? They're like, that's All Might. Like, they ain't All Might. All Might's big and buff and bad, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, no, that's All Might. And the people broke. And they're like, come on, All Might, you could do this, right? And they like getting behind them. And All Might, once again, you say, like, I gotta do this. So he does that. And then he tells his disciple, this is the second win, you next.
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's your turn. And I was like, yeah, I was Deku in that crowd. I understood Deku was through. Because he realized the weight of that moment. He was like, I can't be him. I can't. So I'm glad that they had him confront that, where you had to stand in the shoes of Deku, looking at All Might pretty much lose but win. Yeah. And it's like, why in the world would you want to be a hero? And then the other one that hit me hard in Boku no, like later on, was Endeavor trying to save the people from the normal, and that he wasn't powerful enough, and how he realized that he was trying to set his way straight. All these people he done hurt, his family, his friends, everybody he done hurt, that he done pushed away, and he was like, I'm the number one hero now.
And see, going off of that, like leading up to that, like before All Might, lost his powers and so on, not necessarily lost it, but he was still trying to figure out, asking All Might, why are you the number one hero? Exactly. And All Might kept telling him, that's something I can't really explain. I just am.
Just am.
And also during that fight, the part that I got choked up when he was fighting that Nomu, and Todoroki said, I'm watching you.
Oh, bruh. Oh, you done messed me up. I forgot all about that, man. Like, Daddy, I'm watching you. I was like, oh, my heart. I was like, God dang hard. How dare you do this to me? Oh, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was rough, Bo. I was like, this sucking.
When he was like, I'm watching you.
I see you, Pop.
Yes.
I see you trying, Pop. Keep trying. And I was like, yo, your son. He been trying like it's crazy. Endeavor had that strange moment at the beginning, which is very relatable, you know what I'm saying? Especially for me, at least, because like me and my pop didn't have a good relationship because he had expectations for me, and he was a deadbeat in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of his life, we got to know each other better. So that moment hit harder because this is Endeavor that's not trying to be that thing that almost turned Todoroki into a monster. Right. He realizes that, and he's like, I need to set some stuff straight. Right. And he's like, it's almost like he feels like he ain't got much time left. And he's like, I got to set some stuff straight. So he's out there trying to like get these things squared away, and nobody wants to respond to him because of all the hurt that he gave. But he keeps trying. And when that moment happened where like, when Todoroki is like, that's still my daddy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still my daddy. I'm watching you. And he said that thing, Bo. I was like, man, Providence, Bo. Was it Providence Burn? Look, Look, I ain't gonna lie.
That Providence burn.
That Providence burn was lit that day.
That was the flame seen around the world.
Yeah, bro. I was like, that Providence burn brighter than the sun in a moment, bro. That thing was bad. I was like, because he was like, my son watching me. Providence burn. I'm like, dang right. Get this thing in there.
So for those listening, for everybody listening, so Boku no Hero or My Hero Academia. So talking about Todoroki, I'm trying to explain it without spoiling anything. So in the beginning, about the first 3 seasons, Endeavor is pretty much pushing his son Todoroki to be the next big thing.
Yep.
He wants, because pretty much Endeavor himself feels like, I can't beat All Might, but I'm going to raise somebody who can. So Todoroki was pretty much abused by his father.
Yep.
And if you see him, he's got a burn on his face. I'm not going to tell you how he got that burn.
Yeah, it's a tragic story.
But there's a reason why he's got a burn on his face. It's not a birthmark. It's a burn.
It's a burn. Yeah.
But you have to watch it to figure out how and why he has that. But that's one reason why he hates his father.
Yep.
And later on, you find out that Endeavor is trying to make amends with his son and his family.
Yep.
And in that moment where he says, I see you, now you understand why me and Trevor are talking about that moment, why it meant so
much. It's powerful. And another spoiler, it's one of the reasons why where we are in the manga, when you get the MADJACK, you'll see it. While where we are in the manga, it tears it all apart. Literally. I mean, I'm talking about it's a full blown tear. There's no recovering from what happened. And it's Endeavor is gonna go in the next 5-6 years. People gonna be talking about Endeavor in stories because Endeavor's character is very relatable. He was a man who had great aspirations. He had a good heart. But he got caught up in power because he was doing the right thing. He thought he was using his power for the right thing, but he got caught up in a power struggle. And it shows you how easily power corrupts even people that you perceive as good people. And how he actually ended up going through a system of change because he wanted to be in power. Right. So he got all this power and he got this wife. He pulled his wife. He done this stuff to his wife, done this stuff to his kids. And then all of a sudden he's living it up, and he's insane almost, because he has his son now. So he's like, I'm untouchable. My boy is a perfect power. And then his son loses the tournament. I'm saying this season 1, season 2. Son loses the tournament. And this is when he started to break, the Endeavor character started to break and turn into a better person, is that he realized that what he was doing to his son was actually wrong. It was after that. He was like, why in the world would you lose when I know you could have beat that boy? And he was like, it ain't even about this, daddy. Right. It ain't about all this, man. Like what you want, I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, that was a real moment, that we had in there. And once again, very relatable. I can't think of many, and I'm just being real about the situation. I mean no harm to people who like Naruto, but I'm just being real. We watched it when I was younger because it had dope intros, and it was the only thing we could watch at the time. So just being real about the situation, because I watched Hitman Reborn 5-6 times more than I watched Naruto. It's no shade, but Hitman Reborn was a better constructed story. But we were just dealing with Naruto don't really have many moments like that, because every single time somebody else is hurting, they had to make it about Naruto.
Yeah. I'm hurting. I had this going on in my life. Well, I had this going on. Mine's worse than yours. I
was saying, homeboy, look, Naruto was doing Impression Olympics. He was like, well, I didn't have no friends. So you start. You know what I'm saying? Him and Gaara is scrapping, and they relate because they both came from a painful background. I think that was the only time where it was done right. When he was crying, talking to Gaara, he was like, it hurts, don't it? So that was the realest moment. I think Naruto, him and Sasuke, no offense, they ain't no chemistry there. I just.
Well, I mean, I've been saying for the longest. Everybody had this misconception that Naruto and Sasuke are best friends. Like, no. Naruto had one best friend.
One.
And that's Shikamaru.
That's it. Shikamaru was the only good friend that dude had, and that's why Homeboy's a council.
Exactly.
At least that's the only, at least to me, in Boruto, that's one of the only things they got right with Shikamaru was special counsel. Because Shikamaru always shot it straight with Naruto. Always. You know what I'm saying? So Shikamaru, once again, one of the most slept on characters in Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like highly slept on character in Naruto. Probably to me, one of the most interesting. Honestly, I'm just gonna be real about the situation. If that show was a Shikamaru show where he didn't have to be the big hero, and we just dealt with like the intelligence and the fights and stuff like that, that show would have been far better. But because we got to go into this this pissing contest with powers, because this is the problem that a lot of anime have now. It gets into a pissing contest. Well, I'm more powerful. No, I'm more powerful. Versus you just figuring out how to use the power you got. You know what I'm saying? You have to reach another level, and it's like I gotta go to another level, and I'm like, just figure out what you got right now. Like
I said, man. Like when it came to Naruto, I said, don't get me wrong. I like the anime. It's really good. I like the anime. I mean, I love Naruto, but I just didn't like the fact that it made it too much about Naruto. Yeah. Because, like I said, when it came to Sasuke, you know, Sasuke's like, oh, my whole clan was annihilated by my older brother. Here goes Naruto. Well, I never had a clan to begin with.
It was me and my swing. You know,
right?
You know, like, bruh, no cap. Sasuke had the worst origin.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Like on the real, I mean, like his brother was spoilers. His brother was forced,
right,
to do this to his own people to protect. To look,
it's like you got your older brother that you looked up to your whole life. You wanted to be like him and more. Not only did he kill your entire clan, he killed your mom and dad in front of you. Then tells you, if you want to kill me, you got to hate me.
Yep.
I want you to hate me. And then when you meet him later, you try to kill him and tells you, oh, you can't kill me because you don't hate me enough. I need you to got more hate. Then later on, you fight him, you finally kill him, but then you learn why he did what he did, because you find out he was forced to do it. Mm-hmm. Now you pretty much done been a puppet because he was trying to protect you from the imminent threat coming.
Yep.
So now it's like, you think you got screwed up, Naruto? No, you don't.
You don't. Naruto had the weakest story in Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, and and once again, like if we're gonna talk about emotional moments, I can't think of any with Naruto that really, really pulled me in like that. But Sasuke fighting Itachi and knowing his brother, finding out that his brother had a sickness. Yeah. Finding out his brother's eyesight was going out. Mm-hmm. That the boy was literally holding on so he could get his power to his brother. Yeah. He was holding himself together so he could tap that boy on the skull that he already implanted when he was a kid. To tap this boy on the skull the final time and give him the ability that he was supposed to get.
The whole time he been tapping Sasuke with them 2 fingers. He was transferring every time.
Yep. Nah, I was like you have to. Like I said, to me that was the best story. Best story, like I said, Shikamaru and Sasuke would have been a far better Naruto show with Pain as a villain.
I mean, if you really stop and think about it, pretty much every character had a very tragic backstory. Yes. I mean, Sasuke and Itachi. Mm-hmm. You got
Rock Lee.
Yes, Rock Lee. Oh my
Rock
God.
Lee. Like the dude was. Guy Lee picking homeboy, or Mike Guy, my bad. Mike Guy like coming up and picking that dude up was a godsend because we don't know what would happen to Rock. We don't know what would have happened to Rock Lee. I mean, like we don't know. That dude would have. That dude would probably been a bandit. I'm just being. He would probably become a bandit because there was no way he was gonna be a ninja.
Right.
No, without Mike Guy. So like that. There's so many characters in it. I think that's what lends to the strength of that show. But when timelessness is involved, the main character has to be timeless.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate truth. If the main character ain't timeless, then you might want to wrap this up. And a white boy with blonde hair and an orange jumpsuit just don't cut it for me. You know, I was just like, I just mean no harm. He just don't cut it for me, man. I was like, nah, Sasuke in a leotard was a better character. You know, like, Sasuke in a leotard made more sense to me than a blonde-headed kid in an orange jumpsuit that say he a ninja. That always bothered me. When I was like, he a ninja? He wearing bright colors? I was always bothered by that. You know, I was like this ninja war is trash then. Can they not see him across the field? I mean, I'm like, it's a sucker sitting in a tree a mile away over there. He got on orange.
Bright orange.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got on orange, fruit orange. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. People are like, well, that's because his daddy was the yellowhead, his mama was red. I don't care. I don't care if it's old his mama and daddy and he wearing orange is stupid. You a ninja and you wearing light colors. This is a bad idea. It's a bad idea, man. Like I'm just saying, you know, it's I was like, I don't know. But yeah, like so I mean, I just think about that a lot when it comes to timelessness, because it's if your main character is not timeless, if you don't have timeless moments, then you automatically disqualify yourself from being in that position. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Naruto does not have many timeless moments. They have fun moments, you know what I'm saying? Like, but timeless, pain blowing, messing up the on Konoha, timeless. That was one time, but once again they ruined that because they made him to this frail person that plot armor Naruto could walk up to and make it to a friend. I hated that about Naruto. That he just walk up to anybody and make him. I'm like, no, man. Some folk need to get put down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why I like Deku. That's why I like Deku a lot.
Deku will put you down.
Deku, he wasn't trying to do the whole, you know, we don't have to be enemies type of thing. Like, no, I'm gonna kick your butt. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take you down.
We'll talk out.
Right. No, there was no, we could have been friends, or you don't have to do this. Like, no. Mm-mm. Like, you step to me, you're going to catch these hands and these legs, whichever comes first.
If I go and meet my homegirl, she going to build me some armor and I'm going to come back. I'm going to whoop that behind. Don't worry. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's, you're right. And that's, I like me a hero that ain't afraid of getting his hands dirty, because that's the fallacy of heroism in the 21st and 20th century, is that heroes can get their hands dirty.
Right.
You know, like it's like sorry, but heroes will get their hands dirty because the world is dirty. Yeah. So you got to plunge your hands into the dirt. You gonna get your hands dirty. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like so and also Naruto to me just never felt like he was ready to do that. He murked like 2 to 3 people. But it was by happenstance. It wasn't really like him trying. You know, so I was like that one dude during the Genin tournament. The dude that he hit with a complete Rasengan. Yeah. And what was the other guy? It was another guy. He put a knife in his back. I can't remember homeboy name. But yeah, like but it wasn't that many people. It was like a few people. I'm like, Naruto, you should have been murking hundreds of thousands of people by the time we got to ship of Uden. You should have had a body count because the powers that you got, you should be wiping out clans that be trying to come up here and act all stank. Okay, I bet I will see you at your clan then. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like and rectifying on suckers. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is square. But you just like, you know, doing your own thing.
Now, one part I will say, like every time I mention this, I always get backlash. So
let's see the reaction. Say something.
So when it came to the Naruto pain fight, Naruto died.
Yeah, he died.
What saved him was plot armor.
Yes.
If you want to argue with me on this, let's talk about it, because we clearly saw
that dude
had Naruto planted on the ground, hands stretched out, the rod going through both of his hands that nullified all of his chakra, all of it. And here come future wifey stepping in.
Stalker.
No, you can't kill him.
Stalker 1. That's what I call her on this show. She's Stalker 1. That became the wife. But continue.
Yep.
She stalked him down, bro. She stalked him down. Yeah.
She came in like, no, you can't kill him. I'm gonna save you, Naruto. You know, get smacked up, got the way. And how dare you do that to Hinata? And I'm going into tell like, no, if Hinata had not stepped in, which was plot armor, Naruto died.
You did.
You cannot argue with me on that one.
Yeah. No, honestly, even the once again, I also think that like when he went into that form, when he like took on multiple tails like that, Pain should have had a contingency plan to get away.
Yeah,
and that way he could have done something to strip the chakra from him, but he had to flee and prolong that fight. Versus once again Naruto, oh, I feel his chakra in the mountain over there. I'm gonna go over there and be his friend. I'm like, don't you know my pain? The swing, you don't see it in your mind. Like it's like every time
they always go back to that swing.
It's a swing. No, I told you the swing is the main character. The swing is the main character, man.
It was so funny. Somebody brought this to my attention. It was on Facebook. Somebody said this. And somebody said that swing got more airtime than some of the supporting characters in the show.
It's fair, and you know, it's hopefully somebody will actually, because I won't do it because I don't feel like watching Naruto no more. Like so somebody might actually have the audacity to try that, and I'm down for that. I'm down for even putting together a doggone fund for somebody that's going to do that. Make sure they get paid for their hours, because if they go from episode 1 of Naruto all the way to Shippuden, I promise you, there's at least 300-400 occurrences of that swing.
Yeah,
at least.
More airtime than half of the supporting characters in that show. And
that was my other beef with Naruto too. One of the other things why I say it's not going to be timeless is like the flashbacks became flashbacks and a flashback to a flashback. You know what I'm saying? Like he uses a flashback to explain a flashback to explain a flashback. You know, I'm like, what are you doing? Did you not have this information before you started? You know, and that's it felt like he didn't have a complete story. You know what I'm saying? So like the further along you went, he just filled up like 7 or 8 manga pages for flashbacks. I was like, pimping. We're in the middle of a new story right now. We don't need to remember Naruto on a swing. We don't need to remember that Sasuke's brother says hate me. We don't need to remember. We know.
Right.
We know that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I was like, that to me is like a detriment to like what like hurts his case at being a timeless anime. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if anybody wants to dispute me, that's perfectly fine. I ain't got no beef with that. But it just doesn't. I look at this generation, like I said this on the other podcast. I look at this generation. I don't see no Naruto paraphernalia nowhere. And so you may see see a few, but I see Kimetsu no Yaiba. I see Yu Yu Hakusho. I see Dragon Ball. I see Boku no Hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see Fooly Cooly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I've been, bro, anytime I see some Fooly Cooly stuff, by the way, one of my top 5 anime of all time, Fooly Cooly. Yeah.
Phenomenal. For it would be like 6 episodes. That thing was ignorant. It was great. Yes. Yeah.
If you guys have not seen Fooly Cooly, you need to go watch it. Yeah. Now, it's short. It's not spelled the way it sounds. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's FLCL. Yeah. FLCL, but it's pronounced Fooly Cooly. Yeah. All right. Look it up. Do yourself a favor. You're welcome in advance.
For real. And it's crazy. You have to do it 2 ways now. I hope you've done it this way. You have to watch it forwards and backwards.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to do it. You have to do it both ways. You have to watch it 1 through 4, then 4 through 1. You have to do it just like that in that order. Watch the last episode twice.
There's a reason why.
There's a reason
why. Just do it. Don't ask questions. Just do it.
Just do it. You know,
I've done that. He's done it. Yep. Anybody who else has been a fan of Fooly Cooly has done it. There's a reason why. Just watch it.
Just watch it front and back. Like it's the only anime I've ever watched that you can actually do that too. And it's like the same story, but it's 2 different perspectives almost just from watching it backwards. It's the strangest.
Yeah.
It's the strangest bit of writing, but one of the dopest levels of writing. And the whole thing's about puberty. The whole thing's about puberty. I was like, this is absolutely amazing because all his powers came out of his head. You know what I'm saying? I was like, sounds about right. I was like, yeah. I was saying, so yeah, I mean, it's dope, but and that's timeless. Like that finds a way to get into every single generation. You hear dun 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 dun, and people are, oh snap, it's Foley. They already know what it is once you hit that little riff. You know, so it's timeless. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a. Yeah, I mean, you'll run across people. What's that? I'm like, that's fine. But when people get introduced to it, they get hooked. But like that's like I told Black Clover won't be timeless. I'll say that on every single one of these episodes, it's not going to be timeless. It's a
great anime, but I agree. I don't think
it's not going to be timeless. But
it is a great anime, guys. You should.
I don't like it, but I'll trust Jay. You listen to Jay on this one. I don't like it. I just don't like the main character. Astra just bothers me. I don't like him.
I can understand that.
Yeah,
Asta isn't your typical protagonist.
Yeah,
but the anime itself, it is good. I do recommend it. Okay. It starts off kind of slow. Okay. It takes a little bit of, a few episodes to get that momentum going, but it does pick up. But also you have to try to understand why things are happening in the story as well.
Yeah. Agreed. So like, I've read the manga in parts, and I was like, no, it's not bad, but like I said, it's not gonna have the appeal where a person is talking to somebody and say, "Do you remember that moment in Black Clover?"
Yeah,
it just doesn't. It doesn't have that appeal, and like I said, that's like no shade towards it. I'm not saying it's not good anime. It's like Dance of the Vampire Bond. I love the mess out of that doggone anime. Most people don't even remember it, and that's fine. I still like it, but I know it's not gonna be timeless. It's a good anime, but it's not a timeless anime. It's just one of the ones that just get lost in the shuffle. But yeah, like the big ones, like when they used to talk about big three, there's a reason why they do that, because it's not even like marketability. Because if that's the case, Kimetsu no Yaiba in America should be barred, because we don't like no stuff about like little girls getting put in boxes and stuff like that. Like, that ain't something most folk over here want to deal with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, it became big over here because it was a familial bond. You know what I'm saying? These are siblings protecting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that right there, I think, is what really resonated beyond the quote unquote Demon Slayer part, is that this dude is a big brother. He's a good big brother.
Right. And then on top of that, like in the very beginning, when my man was going through his training, he had to go into the mountain.
Oh, bro.
There's a certain demon that haunted his trainer for years. And then when my man finally kills this demon, you find out this demon is a kid.
Yeah.
He used to be a human.
Yep.
He is a little boy.
Yeah.
So immediately what we were saying earlier, you're immersed into this anime immediately.
Yeah.
Because like because that's when you find out these demons aren't just demons.
Yep.
Like, these things used to be people. Some of them are even kids.
Yep.
And kids are being killed and eaten by these demons. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there is no, we're not going to do these to these kids because they're kids. Like, no. No.
Business off.
Right. Where everybody is catching the wrath in this show.
Mm-hmm. And that's intrinsically in Japanese culture too, because the demon monster stories that a lot of them made were because of men and what men would do, the depravity of men, what they would do to survive. The bandits would create narratives and stuff like that made them look like demons and kappas and stuff. Like, they would come through the water, like literally come through the water and grab people up and take them into the water. Like, it's crazy. Like the amount of stuff that people had to deal with in their society. So there was no mercy on nobody, kid, woman, or man. Nobody, if you were disabled, they didn't care. If you could, there was we don't care. You got something I want, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? So their culture, has a very rich history, unfortunately, in mercenary work and bandits. And what happens to an island when it was founded on mercenaries and bandits and thieves, right. And why honor means so much to them. It begins to make more sense because you see in their culture that dishonor was their culture. So like looking at Kimetsu no Yaiba in that moment, like once it's spoiler, like with the kid, you get to see the backstory of the kid.
Right.
And it's not a throwaway flashback like Naruto would do, so just to show the swing set off. You know what I'm saying? Like the swing, like, hey, yo, I just painted myself blue, like new screen time, babe. I'm a blue swing set today. But it was actually like, it meant something. It meant something because you got to see it through the eyes of the person before they got turned.
Right.
And you're like, yo, that's tragic.
Yeah.
And then seeing the people who were training him were kids killed by the kid.
Oh my God.
Timeless moment. Because I know everybody that's watched the anime is like that moment when he was training and we found out that the folk that was training was dead. Yeah. They were like, I was like, what the world just happened? They were dead the whole time?
Yes, man. Like, because when he cut the boy's mask,
yes,
and ended up cutting the boulder instead, that kind of made me think like, was he even there to begin with? And that's when later on, when he came back and finally, you know, the two people that he was training with, he could finally put in the rest. They showed all the kids that were killed by that one demon. I was like,
yeah. It was lots of kids. So you thinking, like you said, this thing haunted the master for years. And this one boy came around and broke the curse.
Yeah. And he was so hesitant to put him up that mountain.
Yep.
Because he even said, he was like, I can't lose another one. I can't. This was why he just did. He refused to put him up that mountain, but he was like, I can do it. I will come back. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of the ones in the next 4 or 5 years, especially because I'm wondering how they're going to treat the anime because, you know, the manga's already finished. So now I'm wondering whether or not, like I was talking about this on the last one, whether they'll go OVA style. You know, kind of like what they're doing with the Infinite Train. You know, right now it's just like, yo, we can just make the movie out of moments in the manga versus us actually making this into an actual anime.
Right.
I think that I really do like that idea because it gives it a big fight feel going to cinema. And that last fight and the last scene of the manga would be better in a movie than in an anime. I'm just being real. It would be a better anime movie than an anime TV show. A TV show, I don't think they have the budget to pull off how beautiful the ending is. I just don't think they will.
Honestly, I think they should like continue going the way they are now. Like, you know, have your series running and then stop the series and then do your movie and then pick up your series where the movie ended and then keep going and then have your finale a movie.
I'm down with that because like Naruto kind of haphazardly did. That's another reason I don't like it because like
they tried to do it.
Yeah, like Naruto the last. I'm like, last what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then watch the movie. The movie was trash. I was like, this is not a good movie.
And then the bad part about it was when Shippuden starts, it doesn't even pick up where the movie left off.
No. So
like basically the movie wasn't even canon.
You know, I mean, like so it's crazy because like the Boruto story don't even account for anything that happened in the last.
They don't.
So it's like, did we even need this movie?
Right. So like somebody tried to argue me saying that the last Naruto, the last movie was canon. I'm like, how? How? Oh,
him and Hinata got married. Okay, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they could have done that right there off screen anyway. Exactly. So that don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I just, no, I mean, I'm saying like, it's almost like, to me, it's almost like Naruto tried to emotionally manipulate the fans into liking it. You know, like using moments versus them giving me a cohesive story. They give me moments that emotionally rile you up. And then when you sit back and think about a moment, you're like, why Orochimaru a good guy? How in the world did this happen? Oh, well, he came back and changed his ways. You know, you're like, no, not Orochimaru pimping. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, it's like, this is Orochimaru. Yeah.
He would try to become a good guy.
Yeah. I'm like, this sucker is like literally killed a couple thousand people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was okay with that. I mean, like, and I'm not talking about the I had to kill him in war. I'm talking about experimenting on their bodies, killing them.
Right. Like they did not go quickly or easily.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was I don't get how I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, in certain parts of the story, I was like, this just y'all just going off a bunch of coincidences that everybody gonna love Naruto. And I hate that idea that everybody gotta love Naruto.
Like I would even argue saying that Orochimaru probably had the most potential to be like the best villain in the whole series.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying once again, I said Orochimaru once again shortchanged, and then Kabuto also could have been a great villain, shortchanged.
Yeah,
and then you got Pain, shortchanged, and then you get to the end and they gotta resurrect the dead man to be the villain. I mean, that actually, to me, encapsulated the whole show. We must emotionally manipulate you again. So that way you can stay with us for another, 100 episodes after we get done with 200 episodes of filler.
And that wouldn't have been a problem with me about bringing Madara back. Because like when he came back, like this man was kicking Shinobi ass up and down.
I mean, but MADJACK though. I mean, like I get that. I get the fights were dope. But once again, we both know that Madara wasn't the villain.
Exactly, he wasn't the villain.
So he wasn't a villain. Like Madara was an idealist.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a goddamn villain. He was a dude that was like looking. He was like, no, I'm trying to open. He was like Malcolm X, and he's like, I'm trying to open your mind up because you ain't seeing this thing the way it should be. You keep going over here once again that hero culture stuff. You trying to be a hero. Ninjas ain't heroes. Right. We assassins.
Killers.
We killers. That's our job. We kill people. That's what we do. So I'm trying to kill the right people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was saying. So I'm just gonna kill the right folk. Then I'm just gonna kill the right people that move things the way they should be moved. But I'm now about to be sitting up here and lying to you about me being no goddamn hero. I'm on this like, look, sucker, I'm Uchiha Madara. Right. Check my record. I'm not that dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like when we got to the end and it was like, this is my grand plan all along. I'm like, I'm done. I was like, I'm finished. Like Obito, I was like, I'm done. When they were like, yeah, Obito was Toby. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. I said, I'm done, man. I said, these coincidental villains that didn't add nothing else to the story just bothered me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely agree. Because I said, when it came to Orochimaru, like, I don't like how he got so downplayed, especially up against Sasuke.
Yeah.
Like you first you put him up against the third Hokage, and you kind of disable his arms. Okay, I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
But now you're bringing him back in the next season, so clearly he ain't done. So once I saw him come back, and when they were starting to bring in Tsunade, and I saw what he was doing, immediately I knew, oh, Orochimaru, this is probably the big time boss right here.
Lisa, and it's crazy. I thought that too. I thought that they would drag it out to where like, it would come down to Orochimaru and Sasuke versus whoever Naruto had on his other side. And they were like, nope, no, we ain't doing that.
And then all of a sudden you just nerf him out of existence again. Yep. And like you really don't see him again until freaking Sasuke is fighting Itachi. Yeah. But no spoilers. I ain't gonna say nothing. But anyway, I know y'all probably sick and tired of us spoiling everything.
No, they'll be okay. Yeah.
But
we're saving them.
But yeah, so I'm like, really? That's it? And now you got him coming back as a good guy, and he even has a quote unquote son.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. All right, so Orochimaru was done. So now we brought in Kabuto, and this man, dude, I'm like, Kabuto's gonna be that dude. Once again, I got tricked.
Tricked again.
I was like, Kabuto is going. So Kabuto is the real end game dude. So because I was like, okay, I can forgive Orochimaru because now Kabuto, he's the one pulling the strings.
Yeah. The apprentice that went wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can dig it. And then he met Itachi, and
he met Itachi. He got this endless loop. And like, you're gonna be stuck in this loop till you see the error of your ways. I'm like, really?
Oh, I'm like, God dang it, like Itachi, why you had to ruin a good thing, man? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, but like I said, the Renegan, I think, should have been the final boss. Like with Pain. That it just made sense. It's like the Renegan with Pain versus Sasuke with the Renegan, and like Naruto in full Sage mode. Would have been with the 6 pains, and they had to destroy them both all together at once. Something like that, dude. Man, that would have been great. But they just did not do that story justice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's unfortunate because that story had the potential to really be something like very, very special. But at the end of the day, especially, and it's crazy too, because like Boruto's exposing the roots. because everybody's like, well, was this story always this bad? I'm like, yes, it was always this bad. It took y'all seeing his son to realize that this world that they done made afterwards is trash. You know what I'm saying? And that the world that they were building when he was a kid was also not very well built. Like, so you just have a bunch of people running around with their arms out. That's all people know. That's all people doing now. They're just picking at it. They run around with their arms flapping in the air. It's like, this is the most corniest, weavish stuff I've seen in my life. It looks so bad. I'm like, stop, man. It's the only anime of this generation I think that you can laugh at and be okay laughing at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Naruto run in the Area 51. I'm like, y'all the only suckers I think on the planet that will fall for this foolishness that you would think this looks cool or you think that it's just funny that you're gonna go out and do a Naruto run. Naruto run was a terrible idea.
It got so out of hand, it became a flash mob.
Yeah. Yeah, like people just running around like and it's funny too. That's the only thing people remember about it too. They don't talk about like, oh, remember that final fight with Naruto and a final boss. What's her name? Kaguya. So I think it's something
Kaguya.
like that.
There you go.
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but like I was like yeah, the final fight with the final fight with him. No, nobody cares about that. That was trash. Sorry.
That fight was so anticlimactic, man.
It was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. There was not much good about that story. And as I was like that, the ninja war wasn't really even a war. It was just a set of a set of circumstances that just caused the situation, but it wasn't really a war. To me, it almost felt like a block fight. You know what I'm saying? Like if you and I've been in 2 block fights. So you go and visit somewhere, like, you know, I had family in DC, and I worked in Georgia when a block fight kind of broke out in Augusta. And it ain't fun.
I laughed so hard when Madara came into I think he was talking to Obito, and Obito was like, this ninja war, and Madara was like, this ain't a war.
This ain't
a war. He was like, in a war, that means both sides stand a chance of winning. I was like, oh boy, Madara, he's so disrespectful, boy.
But once again, it showed you just how far the standard had dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why I thought Pain was a perfect villain, because Pain was exposing that. He said, all this utopian ignorance y'all got going on here, making y'all weak. Guess what? No pain. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like planetary destruction. Boom. Just busting suckers. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope because it put people in a place where they were like, shoot, maybe we were too soft.
Yeah.
But you were. Yeah. You were too soft. Sorry, you were too soft. Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, So we gonna stop here because we've been kept going for another hour. This is so I mean, this is probably 3 episodes of content. So I'm just go ahead. I'm gonna split it up I'm gonna have to split this up in 3 episodes. It'll be fine. But so I'm gonna end it with this. What do you prefer and why? I think we've already heard it, but let's get it for the record.
So out of sub and dub, I prefer sub for a few reasons. One, your Japanese adaptations to the same anime will have different emotions behind their words, and then even visuals are sometimes different. Not all the time. I'll say maybe about 10% of the time, your Japanese or sub version of an episode will be a little bit different from your dub version. Mm-hmm. And because when you bring it over to the West, certain things that are okay in your sub, Americans like, nope, we don't want that. Change it. So your original is, I like to keep the originals. And then another reason why I like sub is because I'm just going to say it. Sorry for you dubbers, but I like to stay caught up.
Okay, that's fair. Yep.
I don't like, if I'm really into an anime, you're gonna deal with spoilers. Like you had in this podcast.
Ain't nobody getting left behind over here, man. We gonna keep it moving. I'm with you on that. I don't, like I said, I said every single episode, I'm a dub. I mean, I'm not a dub guy. I mean, I respect the translations to get us to the point where we could get the subs. But if I have to choose 9 times out of 10, I'm going straight for the sub. It's just to me a better experience for in the anime that helps you stay immersed. Now it's the anime's job then outside the sub and the dub to help. Like this is a good point that we brought up in this particular series or this particular discourse that me and MADJACK has had, where sometimes it's not even as much the fault of the subbing and the dubbing, it's the story. And it's like how they construct their moments and stuff like that. And whether or not they actually, because like you can have the best voiceover on the planet and the story is trash. When like how we dove into that with like Dragon Ball in certain parts, Naruto in certain parts, and then on the opposite side, you look at Kimetsu no Yaiba, Boku no Hero, stuff like that. One Piece has off and ons, but they have more ons than they have offs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the Oda will talk to you about racism in one moment, then the next moment Suckers is outside golfing with monkeys or something like that. It's just you know what I'm saying? Oda's he's wonky like that, but he knows how to kind of mellow you out after you've gone through a traumatic, period with a character. Because like Dressrosa, for people that haven't gotten their spoiler alert, when you get to Dressrosa, it's so tragic.
Yeah, it really is.
But once you get out of there, you kind of have to have a palate cleanser before you get to the next thing, and he palate cleanse you, and then you go into another arc, and once again, it's still very low before you get to Wano. You're in there, but you're not there yet. So you're still, going through the motion. Well, no, my bad. Going to Whole Island. Go to Whole Island. You're in there, but you're not in there yet. So you're there, but you're just kind of getting an introduction and stuff, and you get moved in slowly versus them just throwing you a Attack on Titan. You're thrown in. Yeah. So that's why I say it's not going to be timeless. Is because when you get down to the nitty gritty, most people won't have the fortitude to really care about the story anymore. They'll just be looking for the moments.
Yeah.
So and that's going to hurt them more than it's going to help them in longevity wise. You'll make money because he's been doing this since 2009. Most people don't even know that. Like the Attack on Titan has been written since 2009. So it's over 10 years old. So it's just one of them joints where he has to wrap it up. He's close to the end now. Probably 2 mangas from the end. Yeah. And once that's finished, it's done, and it will fade into the back, and we'll have, a couple other ones jump in that's going to take the spot, and we'll see what goes from there. So, any matter of fact, do you have any things that you got coming up on We Talk Anime and MADJACK production? Is there anything that you got coming up that you want to tell people about?
Yes, coming in next week. We're going into February, or we're going to have our monthly open lobby. Is I did a vote. Everybody voted. They wanted Dragon Ball Fighters. By the way, you guys love y'all some Dragon Ball Fighters. My gosh. I done did polls on Tekken. I did polls on Naruto. I did polls on Dragon Ball Fighters, even Xenoverse. I don't like Xenoverse, but I was doing it for y'all. Y'all want Dragon Ball Fighters for the 3rd month in a row. 3rd.
That's right. So let me ask you a question before we get off, man. How's your reception for Tekken now? Is there any interest at all for Tekken? Like Street Fighter?
There is Tekken. Every now and then I will do a stream on Tekken. And I do get a lot of feedback. I ask them, y'all want to see more Tekken? Because I don't get as many comments and viewers as I do if I was to be playing Naruto, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, or Dragon Ball. Okay. But I do get a few. Some people still want it. So because of that, I won't play it as often.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I do Tekken. I don't do open lobbies on Tekken because the requests just aren't there. Okay.
Listen, I'm going to throw you a suggestion for when you do your podcast. You need to actually dive into the Evo choices, and you need to break that down for people because some people don't understand why certain games get chosen over other games to be an Evo. They're thinking, because it's so pop. No, that's not it. Popularization that has nothing to do with the choice being going into Evo. It doesn't. Let me put that out there now. Yeah. So hold on to the juice for that. That's going to be for you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to the juice for that. Like I said, when you get yourself squared away, I can't wait to hear that from you. But keep your eyes out for MADJACK. And like I said, if you're on Facebook, look up on We Talk Anime Fanatics. We Talk Anime.
To look me up as we talk anime, and Facebook is Anime Fanatics.
Yeah, so yeah, like definitely check them out. Like I said, good content, bunch of anime heads in there. Always joking about stuff that's relevant to anime culture. So and that's why they're a good community. Thank you for joining me, brother. Like this, like I said, this is I'm probably gonna split this into two. Like episode, and then the other part is going to be its own episode that'll probably come out, so yeah, we'll it's going to be at least a week and a half worth of content for Enigmas Unchained. So I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate it, man. Like, so until the next time, my good people that are listening, we appreciate you. From T Enigma, I bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Bang, and solve those enigmas and do not leave them unsolved, and wash your filthy hands and cover your goddamn face. Wash them. And we out here.
Yo.